Hey there, second grade. Miss Hershey here with your second big project for trimester 2. This one will probably take us a lot less time than the sunset drawing. That was a really involved project. I really enjoyed looking at all your guys' sunsets. There were some fantastic sunsets in there. I'm super proud of you guys doing those on your own at home because that is a tough one. We did that here and so I'm really proud of you guys. This next project's kind of fun. I hope you watched the video of Iggy Peck Architect, second grade architect. I love that book, one of my favorites. Love Iggy Peck and I love architecture as an art form. So for today's project, you're gonna need some squares of paper. So they can be colored paper or white paper, whatever you have at home. I have both, I have a mix. And these are about 6 inches by 6 inches, but they can really be pretty much any size square. They can be big or small. Smaller is going to be harder. And what we're going to do is we are going to do our own sort of architecture here. So we are going to think about a house and what you would find in a house, and we're going to start making it. So I'm going to start with a front door because every house has a front door. So let's imagine this is the front of my house. This is not the whole house. Okay, this is just part of my house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my door, and I'm going to do kind of a big door. And then that looks like it would be kind of short. So rather than making it a short fat door, I'm going to make it a double door. Some houses have double doors. And we need a way to open it. So I'm going to do doorknobs. Now you can do a single door, you can do a double door, you can do a door with windows, whatever kind of door you want. I just want to see a door on your square, okay? Other things that might be on the front of a house, the very front of a house, doors usually have some kind of trim around them. If you were to go outside and look at the front of your house, it doesn't just go door, wall. There's usually some kind of trim, and you can do 1 layer of trim or 2 layers of trim if you want to be fancy. I'm going to go ahead and show you what 2 layers might look like. And I think I forgot to mention I'm drawing with my Sharpie today. Sharpie, colored pencil, marker, whatever you have will work. And then that would probably be it for the outside of my house. There might be lights. Let's do some lights. So I'm going to start with the light part, which would be like an oval. Maybe that's the glass. And then it's got some kind of metal thing holding it up. Okay. It's got some fancy lights. And then I think I want there to be a window above my door. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this kind of window. And then remember, I've got my 2 layers of trim. I'm going to do probably just 1 here. Okay, and then my window might be divided into sections. Sometimes you see that above doors. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good looking front door. We can go to it and add things to it later, but we definitely don't have to. And you don't have to do this same front door. Any front door you want. If you want to go outside and look at your house and do your front door, that would be, you know, kind of cool maybe. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to get a different square paper. I'm going to move this over and I'm going to draw the next room of my house. You can see my papers are not perfectly square. They're not lining up too perfect. So the next room of my house, the only thing is I want to do this one. I want to show the inside of my house. So we're thinking about what's inside my house. So if you walk in the door of my house and you look to your left this way, L is for left, I'm going to say that it would be maybe my living room. So in my living room, I would probably have a couch and maybe a coffee table and a lamp and probably a door to another room. So I'm not going to be able to fit all that on this square, but let's see what we can fit. So imagine that we're inside the house now. I'm going to start with probably a table. And I'm going to use this line as my floor. This is the floor, this is the ceiling, and this is the walls, okay? This is the whole room. We don't need to draw a floor or a ceiling. So I'm going to draw a table. So let's do some table legs. And then the top of my table is skinny. Just shade that in because it's a little messy looking. Okay, then on my table, I'm going to do a lamp. So there's the base and the body and then the shade. Okay, So there is a end table with a lamp. Next to that, I'm going to do a couch. So generally the sides of a couch kind of look like that. And those don't match perfectly, that's okay. Then the front of the couch. Then the cushions are rounded. Again, it's not perfect, that's okay. And then the back of my couch is going to come up and across and back down. Okay, so there's my couch and my table and my lamp. So we're now like looking at the inside of my house. And I feel like there needs to be some kind of art or something on the wall. It shouldn't just be plain. So I'm going to do a big frame. And we're going to do like a picture. So I'm going to do, you can draw whatever you want in your picture. You can make whatever type of picture you want. I'm going to come back to that later. I'm going to let you guys be creative with your own and do your own and kind of figure that out. We're going to do one more room today, and then I'm going to have you guys break and color, and then we'll come back and do some more rooms next time. So my next room, I'm going to move my door over. It's going to be on this side of my door, this side of my house. Now this one, I don't know if I want to do inside again or if I want to do outside. I think I kind of want to do, I'm feeling outside. So these two connect to each other. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bush outside my door, and it's going to go from one piece of paper to the next. That's how you know they connect. Okay? And then on my bush there might be some flowers. Okay, maybe a partial one up here where we can't quite see the whole thing. All right. Then, if you think about the front of the house, what other things might be on the front of my house? So I'm going to go with windows. So I'm going to do a window here. And right now I'm just going to start off with the squares. Or the rectangles, excuse me. Okay, and they're a little bit messy, but that's okay. So now I've got the rectangles for my windows, and I'm thinking if this is my living room over here, which we can't really see, it's kind of off the edge of our page right here of our screen, but if that was my living room, this would probably be my dining room. So if we were looking in the window of the dining room, we would probably see a table and some chairs and maybe a chandelier or something. So if you want to draw something like that inside your windows, you can. If you don't want to add anything extra to your windows, you don't have to. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to frame out my windows. Again, if you were to look at your house or look outside your window to your neighbor's house, most of these things have trim on them. Okay, frame out my window with some trim. Then these are called the crossbars. These are generally decorative these days. Okay. And what I could do is I could do some more stuff on the bottom here. Maybe there's some more things going on down here. So maybe I have like a fern type plant outside my house. Doing these fern leaves. Closing it off. All right, so there is another decorative plant, and maybe next to it I have, let's see, let's do one more plant. Let's just do another bush, and I'm going to kind of overlap these. All right, so this is going to be the end of our video today. What I would like you to do is I'd like you to take your 3 pictures that you did and I would like you to color them. So I know these are on colored paper and that's going to be a little bit difficult. I would recommend using colored pencil or crayon for this. So I have, this is called an art stick and it's actually just a colored pencil that has no wood on it. So you can see if I color green on my orange paper, it still shows up green. So that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to color this. You can color the whole front of your house. You can leave the front of your house the color of your paper. If you are, I'm gonna color my living room walls. Maybe I'm gonna do wallpaper, some kind of fun pattern, okay? This is not just gonna be a boring house. We wanna do some really interesting houses here. And I want them to be very colorful. So now, one thing I want to point out is these overlap. So whatever I color that one, I have to color this one. They might not be the exact same color because they're different papers, but at least it looks like I tried to match them up. Okay? That's what we're going for. So I'm going to do a little bit of coloring myself, and then I'm going to sign off and let you guys do some coloring on your own. And when we come back for the next video, which you might be doing right now or you might be coming back later, we're going to do some more rooms in our house, okay? So, hope you guys enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing your different rooms. Remember, make it your own, do some creative styling to it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.